Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thelma's podcast. How are you guys all doing? Let me make sure that it's not on silence. Okay, all right, all good. Okay, so I hope you're all enjoying your Sunday. I know I am. Yes. So today my guest is Palma, and she is the founder of Soul Purpose 360 CIC. So, Soul Purpose, what is it? It is a community-based company that offers training, coaching, and mentoring to Black women interested in community development. Hello,
Hi there.
how are you,
Hey.
Palma?
Can you
I
see
can
me?
see you.
Okay. So I don't need to do
I
anything else,
no, no,
no?
no. I, can you see me?
No.
Unfortunately, this happens sometimes, but don't worry. At the end, I'll send it to you and you'll see your beautiful face. Don't worry.
Okay.
Thank you. So I hope you like my intro, but I have to say, I love what you do. So, first of all, before we go into that, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Palma Black, and as you said, I'm the founder and CEO of Soul Purpose 360, which is a community interest company. That's what CIC stands for. And our mission is to motivate, inspire, and imbue confidence in Black women to enable them to contribute to their community through their own personal growth.
Fantastic. So, the way I came across you was through Denise. She's the one who introduced me to you because there was a time, a couple of years ago, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I feel like I wanted more into life. I love teaching, but I feel like it's not enough. There's so much more I want to offer, I want to give. And Denise, she understood me. She said, "Look, Thelma, you need to join this group."
Mhm.
And I said, "Tell me about it." She said, "How about you join first and come to our workshop before I tell you so you can see for yourself?" And that's where I started gathering ideas. I met some inspiring people, and here I am today. This is thanks to you. Really, I
Oh,
want to
thank
say a big
you.
thank to you because, as you said, it's really to inspire, you know, Black people, the Black community. I love that. So, what inspired you to found this Soul Purpose? What inspired you to do this?
Well, that is a big question in itself, really. And in some respects, I almost feel like it found me. I was searching for my soul purpose, like many people are. And for me, there was something about um, wanting to be more impactful in the lives of individuals. So, I've worked in community development, worked with communities for about 30 years,
Mm,
and I've worked across a range of funding programs with different organizations. And at the core of me is about helping people, whatever that may be.
yeah.
And then later on in life, I trained as a personal performance coach, and that enables you to really work with individuals on a one-to-one. And the whole personal development um, arena, what I found was it's not really accessible to Black women in the workplace. Coaching and mentoring are often only applicable to senior managers or white women or white people generally. But Black women generally don't get offered personal development, whether it be coaching or mentoring or whatever. So I wanted to kind of address that imbalance as well.
Mm,
But what I was really keen to do was to not lose the 20 odd years experience I had in the community development field and start all over again. So that's how we in Soul Purpose, we blend personal development with community development. So that was kind of one aspect of it. The other aspect was speaking with my sister who was terminally ill. And over the years, what I realized was that personal confidence is a thing. And when you lack in confidence, it can impact on all areas of your life, even your health
mhm.
and your potential to have good health. And so Soul Purpose 360 really means lots of things to lots of different people. So you would have come to it for your own personal ends. Other women come into Soul Purpose 360 for their own personal agendas as well. So there's lots of different reasons why women join Soul Purpose 360. But yeah, so that's kind of how I came about it. But in many respects, like I said, it chose me. And so yeah, here we are.
Yes, fantastic. So you founded this company in 2019. So
Yeah, so I first registered it in 2019 and launched it in 2020. And initially, when I launched it, the idea was that I was going to coach just a handful of women at a time. I had no desire or aspiration for it to be grow into this amazing organization that it is. I just thought, if I just coached a handful of women, then I could, achieve what I wanted in terms of being impactful in the lives of individuals. And look where we are.
yes,
And what that shows to me is that there's a need for Soul Purpose 360.
yes. I mean, in the WhatsApp group alone, over 200 people. So fantastic work. And also you offer a lot of workshops. So
Yeah.
the workshop is, I forgot, Denise says it once a month. I forgot what she said.
Yeah, so we have the national WhatsApp group. We also have local groups as well. So I'm not even sure if you're
Yeah, I
aware.
didn't know, but now I
Okay,
know.
yeah. So the membership is a very broad-based and loose membership. So we've got women who join the national WhatsApp group. We've got women who are in local groups, and the local groups themselves have their own WhatsApp groups. We have women who we communicate via email, by Instagram, women who are in the closed Facebook group. So the membership is spread very, very widely. And so we estimate we've got approaching 2,000 members, to be honest.
Wow.
And they're not just in the UK either. We've got members who are all over the world.
All over the world. Can you tell me some places all over the
Yeah,
world?
so we've got members who are in Sierra Leone who have formed themselves into a group. We've got members in Jamaica, in
Huh?
Montserrat, Antigua, Ghana, the Gambia, France, Portugal. Yeah,
Portugal.
and the members are just growing and growing. And the most interesting thing about it, Thelma, is we've never promoted the Black Women's Networking Empowerment Circle, not in a way to say that it exists and join. That's something that we will be doing this year, mind, but it's really been word of mouth, just like how Denise spoke with yourself and you joined. The women that have joined the network have largely been women hearing from other women, being recommended by other women. In some respects, we've got women who've come to the network via social prescribing, social workers, housing officers, but mostly it's friends and family members telling other family members and friends to join Soul Purpose 360.
Thank you. I think there's one person who's interested to join. Morgan Talks. She said, "What is this all about?" So can you please
Yeah,
um
so
make it?
Morgan is a member.
She's a
Hi,
member. So
Morgan.
when
How are
she's asking
you?
what she's about, you okay, Morgan?
Yeah.
You're already a member.
She is already a member, the lovely Morgan.
You
Yes.
know
So
what this is
Morgan,
about?
this is just a conversation with myself and Thelma.
Oh,
Thelma's asked me to join, and she's just really wanting to know more about Soul Purpose 360.
yes, to inspire young people. Talking of young people, I work in a school. I know you're a very busy person. We have a careers fair coming. Would you be interested to come?
Yeah, I'd love to be interested to come along.
Okay,
And
lovely.
yeah, Morgan says she loves my lipstick. Thanks. Um, yeah, I'd be more than interested to come along. So, in addition to running Soul Purpose 360, because as you know, this is coming like a full-time day job. It's not actually my day job. I actually do a day job. So between 9 till 6, I'm gainfully employed elsewhere.
Where are you employed? What do you do again?
I'm head of engagement for a housing developer. So the company I work for is called 𝐸𝐴𝐷𝐿,
Mm-hmm.
which stands for Everyone Deserves a Roof Over Their Head. And
Wow.
we build modern methods of construction, net zero carbon houses for local authorities and housing associations.
Wow. I mean, look at you. You're working 9 to 6, and you're also, CEO of Soul Purpose. What did you find? How did you find the time to do all of this?
Do you
That's
know, I just do. I do the day job, and from 6 o'clock is when I really kind of do my Soul Purpose 360 work. So whether that would be coaching or mentoring someone, or just listening to somebody on the telephone, at weekends, as you know, like that we're doing at the moment. I'm engaged in doing Soul Purpose 360 work. Of an evening and weekends, we have workshops, so I get along to as many as I can, and to support the members that are running the workshops.
yes. I mean, what I love about the workshop that I've been is that a lot of people, they have great ideas, but they don't know how to put those ideas into place. I like the way that we go through some advice, some steps, what to do to be successful, what you need to think about. And I love for my podcast, it wasn't a business, but this is the idea that I have, like talking to people that can inspire other people, especially young people of life after school. What are you gonna do? Self-presentation, all of this. And I remember when I was there, I think Marsha was the one. She said, when you think of a business, ask yourself first, what is the purpose? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to achieve? And I remember I couldn't answer that question. Then I'm like, I went back, did some research, I look at some podcasts, I look at people business, everything like that helped me. And I really want to recommend this to a lot of people that are uncertain of exactly where to get your business forward, because you really help. There's no
Yeah.
excuse out there to say, look, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to do it.
Mm.
Excuse. And I love the fact that you offer a place where there's no excuse to succeed. I mean, how do you feel about the achievement of many of the members? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think that, like I said, that the membership is very, very diverse. We've got women who are really at the start of their journey, but I'm also blessed to have in the network some amazing, talented, intelligent, dynamic, award-winning business women, heads of departments, heads of industry. We've got doctors and lawyers, we've got tech disruptors, we've got every single discipline as
Yeah.
members of the network, and they all help each other. So Soul Purpose 360, whilst I may have set it up, I always describe the membership as the sum of its parts, because all of the members in the network support one another in the network. And similarly with the local groups are run by volunteer facilitators who step up and say, can I run a local group? And we provide them with the support to do that. And, it's the women who go to the local groups, people like yourself, who determine what the theme and what the content of the workshops are. So I'm about empowering Black women literally from the minute they encounter Soul Purpose 360. Whether that's about them overcoming a personal obstacle and challenge that they've been struggling with for a long time or a short time. If you need help from a doctor or a lawyer, or you want some advice, I'll connect you with somebody in the network. If you go along to a local workshop and you think, well, actually, we want a workshop in debt management, or how to set up a business, then we will do that. We will organise that workshop for you, so that by the time you leave that workshop, you are stronger, wiser, more confident, and you're clearer about the direction in what you want to go. So that's really what the collective do. It's not necessarily about what Palma does. It's about what every Black woman who comes to Soul Purpose and who's committed to the mission of what it is that we're trying to do are doing within this space. We're helping one
That's
another.
fantastic. For me, I like to come to the workshops. I've told Denise, because of my line of work, it is a bit challenging, but I really do want to come back. I went to 2 or 3, and I love the people that you meet. I mean, the energy, in that room. They know, oh, you're doing this wrong. It's everything is about, encouragement. Like you said, oh, this is what you should do. Oh, have you tried this? No one is there to tell you what to do, if that makes sense. but they
Yeah,
help you in taking
to
the next
help.
step. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the themes are very, very broad as well. And, you know, if I had been sitting here in all of my pomp and circumstance and saying, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that, I would not be listening to the women. So sometimes the women have come up with the most random ideas for workshops. And I think, okay, well, fine, then let's go with that. But the workshops end up being really powerful content. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to provide a safe space for Black women where they can articulate what they need,
Yes.
and we respond to what they need. And so we don't sit in a place of judgment and saying, well, actually that's not right, or you know that's never going to work. We, you know, if the women come to us and say, you know, this is what I want to do, or this is what I want to learn about, we ask other women, is this a thing? And then they respond and say, yes, it is. And so we say, okay, fine, we'll make that happen. So we've got a number of groups in London. We've got more groups that are coming up. On Wednesday this week, we're launching in Greenwich at Parkside Community Centre.
Hmm.
Um, we got a group, but more recently we launched in
Oh.
Hounslow. We've got groups coming up in Kent. Birmingham is coming on board, Nottingham. So wherever the women are, obviously geography matters to these women as well, because we want women to be um, active in their communities and have a voice in their community as well. So it's not just about the person, it's also about where you live. You know, what can you do
Hmm.
in your community that can make life better for everybody as well.
Yes, I mean, I would love to come with some ideas, especially, for those that are doing podcasts already. Because for me, it's all about the connection, just exactly what you said. I love the fact that when people come to my podcast, they really share, the success stories, also the setbacks, also the personal, things that really affected them. I love young people. They come to me, especially from the school. They say, "Oh, Miss, your guest, they're not faking it. They actually talking from the heart." And I said, but that's what I want. I don't want somebody coming and pretending all everything's all right when they've been through challenges. I said, this, life is that when you leave school, life gets tough, but there are ways to overcome all of the challenges you're gonna face. So I really like that. So I'll come up with definitely an idea one day. And we have, I think you know this, but there's a community center in Peckham. Usually that's the area that I've been going to. Is there anything soon gonna come up in Peckham? Is there anything Because
Yeah, well, the Southwark group do meet in Peckham. Actually, they meet at the 𝐊𝐤𝐤
yeah,
Community Centre. They
yes.
meet um, every third Friday. So they have a workshop coming up on Friday coming, which I would love to be able to attend. We've got another one of our members, Maria Lucas, who's going to be using clay
Ah,
to, yeah, so it's a creative workshop where women will be thinking about and considering their goals for 2024, and they'll be using clay in that workshop as well. So that's going to be an amazing workshop on Friday at the 𝐊𝐤𝐤 Community Hall
yeah,
between 7 and 9
that's
p.m.
lovely. I love the timing as well, because usually people finish 5 o'clock, and I like that you give them time to go
Yeah.
home,
So
and then
again, the timing of the workshop was something that in the early days we asked the women, you know, how do you want the workshops to be delivered? And so what we got out of it was between 7 and 9. So the workshops are in their communities, but women can travel from wherever they want to attend. You don't have to live in Croydon or Peckham to go to a Croydon or Peckham workshop. You're more than welcome to travel. But between 7 and 9 means that they can, if they have children, feed the children, go out, come back, and be there for bedtimes if
yeah,
necessary.
yeah.
We don't encourage women to bring children with them. So the workshops in the main are once a month.
Hmm.
You've got a whole month to sort out childcare for 2 hours, and it's a space where you can come and be with other grown women in a space where there aren't distractions from children, and you can talk about issues of concern that children don't need to hear about, and get that support as well. And then obviously the content of the workshops are for the women of the world. And very often, Thelma, we have women that will come to the workshop. It can get quite emotional
Mm.
when the women find this is a space where they can be open and share. And oftentimes being in a space space where you can talk about, you know, things that have been ailing you, your deepest, darkest fears, in a space where you feel loved and supported, can make all the difference to an individual's quality of their life as well. So the workshops, they do so much more. It's not just about, you know, coming and sitting and listening. The workshops are actively engaging, so we encourage women to be a part of the workshop, to speak and really take part in the workshop. We also encourage our members to deliver workshops as well. So, you know, oftentimes somebody will be coming along to a workshop and they say, I'm ready now, I feel confident enough now to deliver a workshop on a particular topic. And, you know, if necessary, I may work with them to develop their idea into a workshop, and then they can deliver that, and we pay them to deliver that as well.
That's fantastic. I mean, for me, it's not, please, yeah, if you can, if I come and deliver it, I'd rather you put money towards charity or something, because I'm so grateful to what you did. So I don't even want you to pay me for that,
God
because
bless
I
you.
really want to provide everything that I've learned. I want to provide for somebody else, because really that has inspired me. I put my goals down. I've written it down, what I want to do. What's my podcast for? What's the aim? I've looked at, you know, some of the members, what you guys do. And I feel like all of you, everything they do, you have a purpose. And I like you say, like a soul purpose. So for me, please, I'll come up with an idea and I'll deliver the workshop, please, for free. I do not want payment
Oh,
from you.
bless you.
So I want to know
Bless you.
what next for soul purpose. What you have all of this. Hi, Denise. Thank you,
Hi,
Denise.
Denise. Yeah.
Shout out to this is thanks to you that I'm in this group, and I'm talking to Palma today, and she's also the one to say, "Oh, Itelma, you should have Palma as your guest." So thank you so much, Denise, for making all of this happening. So what you do already is amazing, is great. So what's the next step for Soul Purpose, do you think?
Well, this year is going to be an amazing year, actually. We've got so much things planned. So I'm not going to give away too much, because I need to run them past my board of directors. Yes, we have a board of directors. So we're meeting at the end of this month. But some of the things like the local groups, we're going to be spending a lot more energy and effort supporting women to get local groups off the ground. So I've got a whole training program that's going to be available to women, and the training program will really be about community development and how to launch local groups. Doesn't have to be Soul Purpose 360 group, but that's what we want them to do. So we want to train Black women to be community change makers. So how to set up a local group, how to grow a local group, how to deliver a program rather than just one-off workshops. So that's something that we're going to be doing. We're also going to be doing a lot more in the region of publicity. So you're going to be seeing a lot more about Soul Purpose in the local and national press, because we're going to be developing our voice for Black women. So one of the things, Telma, that I'm really, really passionate about is about the perception of Black women, or the narrative of Black women that's held in society generally, and how that impacts on Black women's confidence and all areas of our lives. So there's going to be a national campaign that we're going to be running about that, which is going to be about Black women for Black women. So that's something that we're going to be launching very much in International Women's Month this year. We're going to be having a lot more programs coming online for members of the group, but there'll also be, like I said, a lot more public face of Soul Purpose, so that more people will know about Soul Purpose 360. The challenge in the past has been, because I have been the only person running Soul Purpose 360, you know, there's been that hesitancy about, well, if we grow too big too fast, how can I sustain what it is that we do and do the day job and be a full-time parent and all of those kind of things as well. But fortunately, there's been lots of women that have come to Soul Purpose with their own ideas and aspirations as well. On the 20th, I think it's the 28th of this month, I think Shrook is here. We're going to be at another one of our members' events called the Society of Visionaries. I'm really looking forward to being at that event. And that, again, that's about how we work in collaboration and partnership with others. So there'll be a lot more collaborative efforts going on, whether these will be online events or whether they be in-person events. What we want to try and do is to raise the profile of Soul Purpose 360 to be much more in reach and accessible to many, many more Black women across the UK, and to respond to what they're asking us or telling us what their needs are as well. So a lot more events and a lot more presence from Soul Purpose 360 in 2024.
Wow, I'm excited. I don't know what to say, but I just can't wait. I like that you're not giving away too much. Keep on surprising us. Have you tried to delegate? Because you said you don't want it to be too quick, too soon, and you might not be able to sustain. But have you tried to say, look, guys, is anyone be able to do this? Is anyone? I think you should try to delegate, maybe, because so that will be helpful for you personally, because in the group there are so many people talented out there, and I'm sure
Absolutely.
come
Yeah.
together, we can also, because we are part of this community. So it's not just you, okay, I'm the CEO, I'll do everything, but as a community, we can also help. So just say the word, Palma, and
Yeah, absolutely. So like I'm really grateful, really am grateful to the volunteer facilitators, women like Denise, who are one of the facilitators of the Southwark group.
yes.
We've got a paid member of staff in the organisation called Davina Brown, who runs the Croydon group. Absolutely fantastic. So Soul Purpose 360, like I said, it wouldn't be the organisation it is today if it didn't rely and didn't make use of the women that are coming forward who want to run local groups, who want to do, facilitate workshops and so on. But this year, what we will be doing is being much more purposeful in our intent about how we can grow the organisation by working with the women in the organisation as well. So there's a place for everybody in Soul Purpose 360. And one of the things I want to do, Telma, is podcasting. I want to be able to do what it is that you're doing as well, but that requires me to step out of my comfort zone and doing something like this. But in the name of growth, in the name of Soul Purpose 360 and meeting women where they're at, yes, we definitely, absolutely do want to take Soul Purpose in a lot many more directions as well.
Okay, so what I could do, let me try and put together in one Friday, I can try and put together, ideas for anyone that want to do podcast. But you're right, you need to come out of your, comfort zone, because to be honest, I'm here talking to you, but I have experience in media, and I can definitely give some tips on how to, not feel too shy. It's all about confidence and connection with people, like what exactly you're doing, but in front of a camera. So it's not too different. So it's not as scary as you think. But listen, we're gonna make that happen. So one workshop based on that, because there's a lot of podcasters, I think, in the group as well. So maybe,
There are,
yeah. So let's
yes.
try and find a way to have even more people to present what is it that they're doing, and to reach even more, like a wider audience, a wider, like you did, with Soul Purpose. So if you do the podcast, that's going to be even more fantastic. I mean, look at your Instagram. You have already over 1,000 followers, which is fantastic. So you're going to keep on growing. Trust me on this one. That's fantastic. So my darling, my last question for you. And by the way, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. What would you say, advice to young people that would like to follow in your footsteps?
Um, I don't know if it's just about following in my footsteps. I think that when you're young, I think it's really good that you have a vision about where you want your life to go, and don't just leave it to chance, to be purposeful in your own life. So, to have dreams and to dream big. And when you have big dreams, it's about recognizing that you can't make it all by yourself. But so networking is really, really important. So one of the things that we do in Soul Purpose 360 is we connect women with other women and other organizations and individuals who can help them on their journey. So for young people, it's really about having a dream and a vision, and having a grand dream and a vision, talking with people, sharing your dreams and your aspirations. And, there's something about not worrying about, if somebody else may steal your idea, because they can't steal you. So, to connect with people, to ask the right questions, to seek mentorship, to work with somebody who can open doors for you. I think it's really important that you seek personal development as well, to focus on your schoolwork or your college work and don't get distracted, because it's so easy to be distracted and then to lose the vision and the path that you were going to go down as well. But really just to yeah, to have grand dreams and grand aspirations, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. I think the most important thing, however, is to be happy, to want to desire to be happy, and to choose a career path that is fulfilling to you. Something that you're going to want to love, because in order to be successful at whatever it is that you do, that has comes from a place of love first and foremost. And if you don't love what it is that you do, your life will just be heavy and weighed down in negativity.
That's so true. No, words wisely spoken. Thank you so much, Palma. I hope you have a lovely Sunday, and hopefully see you at the next workshop. And I'll let
Definitely.
you know the dates, 7th of February for Careers Fair. So if you can, that'll be great to have you. I can make arrangement. If you can't, then there's always going to be other Careers Fair. All right.
Okay, great. All right. Thank you very much, Thelma. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.